Page 16, A Time for Us. It's the love theme from the movie Romeo and Juliet. It's a beautiful piece. Lots of arrangements of this around. You'll find lots of recording. So let's talk about it. We are in the key of D major. Now, well, you'd think it's two sharps. Actually, we're in the key of B minor. It's the relative minor. So, yeah, but it's still two sharps. Lots of eighth notes, 3/4 time, and it has a pickup coming in on the and of 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and. Yeah, so interesting. Watch the fingering of the right hand. We need it legato with the fingers. 1 and 2. This rhythm is all over the place. Not everywhere, but all over the place. You get the idea? So once you get it, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and then the second line, 16th notes. 1E and a 2E and 1E and a 2E. All they did is replaced an eighth note with two 16th notes, because if I played the first measure of the second line, measure 4, that's what the 4 with the box measure number. Play it with eighth notes, it's 1 and 2. It's the same rhythm we've been doing, but instead of the 1 note, they put in 2 notes. So you just 1 and 2. That's how that works. It's no big deal. Then you come back up. The fingering is fine. Third line down, first measure. That B, hold that down while you do these other notes. And then hold the E down while you do the E, the B. No, E's and B's. And I recommend a 2/5 there for the second measure because you're here. So it's here. It's a little worried. And then if you want, you can do the 2/4. Connect the E and the C sharp. That's melody. And then go on. You almost have to put the thumb on the F sharp if you can. But on the last measure, you can use a 2/5 for the F sharp D. So we do a 1/4, 1/5, 1/4. The melody is the top note. That's what we're trying to protect it. It's kind of hard to do, but we do the best we can. Last line, same thing. Fingering wise. And then lift up, it's the end of a phrase, and go up. That's a quarter note. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Those are eighth notes. So watch out on those. And I don't really want to point out absolutely every little thing in here. The fingering coming up is similar to what you've had before. Let's go down on page 17 to the 4th line down. Again, you've had this before. Hold the B down, hold the E down, and then a 2/5, a 2/4. You've had all this. It's the same. Big deal. Left hand, it's just broke chords. Rest. Rest. The rest is important. Rest. They have phrasing marked in the left hand. If you want to follow it, fine. I have to experiment it. Keep in mind this is an arrangement, so once you learn it the way it is, you can rearrange it, and that includes the phrasing if you want. Right now we'll just stick with what's written, because that's what's written. 3rd line down. Again, we're here, and I recommend a 2/3 or a 3/2 here, because I don't want to use a 1/2 1/2 1/2 1/2. Same thing in the second measure, 3/2. Next measure, again 3/2, and then 3rd finger on the last measure of the 3rd line. That's good. 3rd finger, and then last line, 2nd measure on that page 16 is here. You have to lift up, if you can. And then you keep going. Last line, third measure, there, it's here. You can use 2 here if you want. There's other fingers, but I won't get into it. Just connect them with the fingers, play them legato. And this continues for a while, and then you go, you've had all this before. That's about it. Then you go to put the hands together. Be careful. The melodies, the top note in the right hand, that's what we want. Make sure you lift up the left hand for that rest. So work out the notes and the rhythms and the fingering. The dynamics, it's a love song. Basically it's soft. You can get a little louder here and there, and they get at the bottom of the page 16, they go up to loud. At the freeze, that's like the important part of the thing. Then you come back down. That's an important distinction. We want that contrast, so make sure you come down. And you're going to retard there. See the alt tempo? Well, that's telling you there's no retard written in, but if you're feeling the music, you're probably going to retard a little bit because you're ending it, and they're telling you take off again. And the rest of it's about the same. You get it. At the end, you have a retard and a piano or decrescendo and a piano and all that. You're busy, huh? We want to hear the melody above everything else. So, yeah. Once you have all that worked out, then we add the pedal because it's basically a legato piece. However, I want to take out some of the mushiness of it, but it's just my opinion. You can pedal it exactly as shown if that's what you like, but I would encourage you to experiment because the pedal markings given are only suggestions. It's like the dynamics are only suggestions. It's overlapping pedal or delayed pedaling. I'm going to push the notes down first and then the pedal. So the pickup beats are by themselves and they're pedaling this whole thing. If I pedal the first line like they're saying to, it's this way. Actually the first phrase or so. To me that's a little mushy. I would prefer to clean that up a little bit. So I'm going to observe the rest in the left hand. And every time the left hand gets a rest on that first line, I'm going to lift the pedal up and not pedal that beat. The right hand is by itself. So the first line or the first phrase is sort of like this. Second line, first measure, I'm going to pedal it, change the pedal for the last beat. So I lose some of that sound. So and I keep this style of pedaling out throughout. Building up, I'm leaving the mushiness in because it helps build up. I'm pedaling it just like they're saying, but I'm overlapping the pedal here. And then I lift the pedal up with the hand so I get a little silence, a break in the phrase here. Go on. Now here I can legato pedal. This is the loud part. I want lots of overtones here. Come down here, soft, but keep the pedal going. Now we lift the pedal up, fresh and clean, breaking the phrase like it was at the beginning. There's a difference of opinion here. I can go ahead and legato pedal this to the end. So starting with the pickup to the last measure of the fourth line to the end, it would be this way. Or if you would like a break in the phrase there in the last line before the, because there's a comma there, a new world, a new world, a world. If you want to accentuate that, you can put a little break in the sound there, which means the pedal has to come up with the right hand, and you're keeping the left hand down, but you're lifting the pedal up with the right hand before you, and you don't pedal on that F sharp. You pedal on the next measure. So it's the last phrase again would be this way. Do you hear a little difference there? It's a personal thing. It's whichever you like, and experiment with both. And as time goes on and you get to know this better and you get to feeling it, and you may change some other things, and that's okay, because that makes it your interpretation, and that's really what it's about. But learn it the way it's written first, and then go have fun with it.